here's the hard truth. Every 6 years, your dollar loses about half of its buying power. And that means that $100,000 in savings would be worth, by the year 2031, about $50,000. So in other words, your net worth, your savings account, your IRA or your 401k losing its value. It's terrible. Our dollar is dying. But there is a simple way to protect the value of your savings with something that's real, something that's been proven, a biblical currency, gold. That's right, gold. And it's an asset that holds its value over time, and that's why people are trusting. It's why I'm trusting Noble Gold, because I know that's what they're doing for the people. You can find out about it by simply clicking on the link below this video. Go to PastorPaulGold.com or call them at 877-646-5347. You'll be glad that you did. Wow. Yes, and it is the power of Pentecost. Today, of course, we're in the feast.
Around 145 people, mostly teenage girls, were stabbed with syringes during France's nationwide music festival, sparking fears of chemical injections. Victims reported feeling unwell and were hospitalized for toxicology tests. Attacks occurred across the country, with 13 in Paris. Authorities have arrested 12 suspects, including one man in Metz, identified via CCTV. It's unclear if the syringes contain drugs, the U.S. Sun has reported. In a separate violent incident, a bride was fatally shot at her wedding by a hooded gunman, and one attacker also died. Reportedly, he was run over by the groom's car during the chaos. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has issued a public warning of a heightened threat environment following recent U.S. military strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. While no specific threats have been identified, officials caution that pro-Iranian hackers may launch cyber attacks, and there is an increased risk of violence, hate crimes, and extremist activity in the United States. The bulletin also warns of possible retaliation if Iranian leadership calls for violence, CBS News has reported. Security has been tightened in major cities like New York, and the State Department has issued a global travel alert for Americans abroad. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was the target of a foiled assassination plot by a Polish pensioner with long-standing Soviet ties. This, according to Ukraine's security chief. The man was allegedly activated by Russia to kill Zelensky at a Polish airport using a sniper rifle or a drone. The plot was uncovered through joint efforts by Ukrainian and Polish intelligence. This comes amid ongoing threats against Zelensky, who has survived multiple assassination attempts since Russia's 2022 invasion, Newsweek has reported. Meanwhile, Russian missile and drone attacks killed at least 14 civilians in Ukraine, including 9 in Kyiv, as Zelensky visited the United Kingdom and peace talks loom in Istanbul.
The world is experiencing an alarming series of apocalyptic events. Historic weather disasters, earthquakes, droughts, wildfires, impending economic collapse, the rise of AI. In Revelation 9/11, Pastor Paul Begley and Pulitzer-nominated journalist Troy Anderson investigate if these are the true signs of the end times. Is this the final meeting of current events and prophecy referred to in the Bible? Revelation 9/11. Order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Target.com.